Jolene has come in and done the running boards. She's just welded the face on for now. That is exhaust pipe. I've showed this before. She welded the 18 gauge on top of it. We have not finished welding around the fenders yet. We haven't decided what kind of gap we're going with there yet. I said 3/4, but that's way too much for me. I like how it is there right now. The fenders are welded on. The side panels to the hood are welded on. The back fenders are welded on. On this project, what we're basically doing is trying to smooth off all the car and take away some of the body lines. So when it's painted, it'll look like a one-piece car. It gives a different look when you cannot see where the fenders are bolted onto the car and the running boards are bolted on. We're going to change that. We're going to mold everything so it's a one-piece car. Anything ever happens, you take the body off, you take your 8 to 10 body mounts off, you pull your body off, and you work on your car. It's happening every day, new cars, if you need to know that. As we are working on this, come to the other side. I'll show you the running boards that Jolene has done or running board that Jolene has done on the other side. And what is happening is she's got this welded up now. She did a beautiful job on this side. Just want to show you, I have not got it ground yet. I explained a video on how we grind them and how we wanted it done. We know why it's spitting and sputtering somewhat because the exhaust pipe has got that coating on it. We tried to grind it off. She did a better job on this side than she did the other side. I'm happy with it. Beautiful. Awesome. So this fender's welded on. The running board's welded on the face. I've got to grind that off. And right now, my issue is that I'm trying to keep Jolene busy. I'm not going to get her to grind that off. I'm not going to get her to do that sort of stuff. I will do the grinding. But she can do the welding, obviously, is what she has been doing, and I'm very happy with it. As we get going, on this car, it has this side panel, it has all these holes in it. I keep thinking to myself, I want to fix it the easiest way possible, and I still want to have the same shape, more or less, but I want to get rid of all the holes. So as I'm looking at this, I see it's got a rounder shape than here at the door and it does at the cowl, because what has happened, if you go look at a 40 Plymouth, it's got two little body lines coming on the top, and what I have done is I've filled them out. I've taken Bondo, sandblasted with Bondo, and I put over top of it and flattened the top of that door out. Now I flattened this out, which matches the hood. As the door comes here, I want to take all them holes away from this car to smooth it out. Again, when I look at this little line I got going on here, it's not much of a line, or not much of a roll. Not much of a roll there. I want the same roll underneath the hood that I have on the door. When I fill this out, I'll have on the cowl. As I get thinking about it, as I take the hood off, I can do it with sheet metal, and that's 18 gauge. I can bend a 90 on it in the brake, right? I bend the same length. I bend a 90 on it, same length, put it in the brake, and then I would take it over to the shrinker stretcher on the Bad Chag custom bending machine there on the shrinker stretcher, and then what I would do is, if you did not notice, this has got a shape to it like this. This is round here. I cannot put a straight piece on it because it will not fit the hood. So the piece that I have to put on there has to fit the hood. After we get going, we're going to make it a one-piece hood too. So as you can see, this is round here, and the piece has to fit the hood. I know it has to because that's the shape it has to be. As I get thinking about that, do I cut that and make that as sheet metal and spend that time shrinker stretching that, putting that in there, or this is what I come up with. Instead of me making it out of sheet metal, I'm going to make it out of square tubing. I looked around the shop and I'm thinking about the shapes that I have, and I'm thinking about how I've welded the front fender on down the back, and the running boards are welded on. Why would I not use a piece of square tubing? It's got this nice round edge I need. That nice round edge, almost exactly the same as that. I measured down. This line right here is the 1-inch line, so I can cut it off right here, and this is 1 inch. I would have to plug weld that shut. That doesn't bother me. But as I do that, this has got to be round. As I think of that, this is probably what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use it because it gives me and more integrity. When I connect that from the cow up to the front, when you pick that car off, it's going to have a piece of square tubing in there to hold that from going up and down. I'm also going to use it for the shape. And I'm also going to use it for the style because it's smoothed off. When we weld this together, you're not going to warp that up. If you know what I'm not going to say it. If you know what I'm going to say. As I do that, I'm not going to warp this piece of metal. So that's what I'm going to do. As I started bending the metal, I thought about it. I said well, here we go. There's another video just to show people that, it doesn't have to be done the conventional way. I'm customizing now. I do not have to go over and make sheet metal and put it on the brake and try to get that little round bend in it and shrink it and try to get it to fit and put it on. I'm just going to cheat. I don't know if it's called cheating or just taking it, thinking about it a little bit more than replacing it with sheet metal. Like that's the first thing that comes to mind, to make a piece, put it in. Well, I'm thinking of the shape that I have at the door. How would I make that little tiny round bend? How would I keep it in place when I weld that all the way along there? It's quite a distance to weld all the way along there with just that little 90 on it. So as I got going, I took a piece of pipe and I started banging it on the floor like I always do. Now I've got that piece of square tubing looking like this. I'm not going to run it all the way to the front, but I can run it all the way to this piece and underneath this piece a little ways. And then I'm going to get rid of and take away all the stuff I don't want. And that there is going to give me my little round bend at the edge. So I'm really liking that. I can 45 on it in here to make it fit up and underneath there a little bit better, which I'm going to do right at the present moment. If I had a pen or something like that, a pair of glasses. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to use this to put in the place of this. And Jolene is going to weld it on. I don't think that you need to watch me do this. Do you want to watch me do this, baby? You want me to do it? All right, she wants me to do it. All right, that's what she wants. That's what she gets. Right, baby? What you want is what you get. All right, go to work, Chad. She said go to work. What I did there is I didn't have a pencil. So I picked up the zip cut. And I see how the cow has got this shape right here. So I just mimicked it, brought it over and traced it on the same playing field. So now when I cut it, now it's going to slide in there against this cow piece underneath, and it'll fit. And I know that because it's right there. As I cut this off. Like that. See, I can weld that to the cow. I'm going to come in here and cut this off. Sorry, baby. Yeah. I'm going to take this off just because I got a new blade right there. I think I do. Stuck on there. I got it. get this piece off. Yeah, it's not doing anything anyways. Coming off. Just wanted to make sure. I might still use this little piece. I'm not sure. Not sure. And would you look at that? It's got a Hemi in it. Huh? It's got a Hemi in it. Would you look at that? I'm going to cut that little piece off the side because you know what's going to happen if I don't. Watch yourself, sweetheart. Now I have some tubing here. Which end I cut off? No, that's not the end I want. That is going to go in there. I'm going to cut that right. I want to go up to here at least. What I should do is get the backside fitting good first before I start doing that. I like that gap. If I got a little bit of a gap, I don't mind that because when I go to weld it, I know that I've got penetration. I know that I got penetration. What I'm going to do is, there's a little cut right here. There must have been a plate that went on the front. I don't know where that's at. Don't have it because I made the grill. And I'm going to go up as far as that. That's where I'm going. On the running boards, I forgot to say, what I did when I made the running board, put it all together, got the metal where it was, then I just took the two weld mark, I tacked it twice on this end, I tacked it twice on that end, I pulled that back off. I took another piece of exhaust pipe and did the exact same bend, the exact same cut, took the pattern off that and marked it, so then when I went to the other side, I had the exact same running board that I had on this side. You know what I mean? I done that first. I did not weld that all up and then try to compare and try to match. No, I had it already done. If you make one side, make sure you take your pattern, use it for the other side, just flip it over. Now, what I've got here now, and I got a little metal in there. And my reasoning for using this is, for, like I said, for strength. It's doing the job I want, and it's also got the body line I want. So that's the reason why I'm using it. And there's no other better reason to use it than that, I don't think. This end here has to be bent a little bit, I would say. I'm going to mark it where I want it bent a little bit. I'm just going to try to bend this a little bit more, it's all. Well, it is what it is. stuff's quite something, but I want to bend it, so that's what I got to do. Some more. I don't like hitting things, but I'm going to hit this and bend it instead of throwing everything over the place. This is what we have a big hammer. This is what the block of wood's for, the hardwood, you know. See, as I got that hollowed out in the middle, I can hit that. Where I've got that hollowed out in the middle, the hardwood, I can hit that and bend that piece of pipe, you know. Basic tools can get you basically your car built, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. So as I gotta get that going in there, I might cut that back a little bit, I'm not sure. And in there, that's gonna go on top of that. The reason being I don't like what's going on here. I might cut some of this metal out here and put it underneath it so it goes over. You can see how it's doubled up here. I got this piece, and then this is kicked in a little bit here. So if I want that to fit in nice, I might just take a notch out of this piece of piping, slide it up in there. If you know what I'm saying, slide, not just pipe and mark it. And then I can get where I'm going. What I mean by that is, off. Now's not the time, is it, baby? Huh? Now's not the time for the grinder to frig off, is it? There's another one over here. I can't get the lock off, and I don't know where the key is right this second. So I'll just load another one, right? Load another one. What I'm doing here on this 40 Plymouth, anybody can do. I didn't want to leave the shop, you know. That's the metal I had. I went around and looked at stuff, what I was going to do there. I did not want to leave the shop. So what I did is I found that square tubing that's going to take that place. And I'm going to be happier with it, with the strength and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be really good. I think so. That, would you? Huh? Now, add a piece of metal in there. That fits nice. Put that down there like that. Weld that on there like that. Pull this up a little bit here. I have to pull that up. Pull that up a little bit. It's in there tight. There. I have to get a thing and weld that on right there. And we can butt weld that together right in that seam, just like that. We got our round edge there, and we got our shape I want. All right, I'm going to need another hand, baby, just to tack this on. Or I can actually put a pair of grips on it. I can. We're butt welding this on. I think it needs a little bit more of a bend right there. I should check it first with the hood. This is how I can check it. How does that look like with our hood? A little bit more, eh? Doesn't really look, you know what I mean? A little bit more? A little bit more. That rattles you. Maybe a little bit more. Right there. Right there. It's heavy stuff. Calls for heavy matters. Not bad, eh? I think a little shot right there, a little more. That'd be it. All I'm trying to do is match up this line. Not bad. Actually, it's a little more. It's good. This is cut out up here because it has it's doubled up there, and that's why that's cut out there. So now we're going to come in here, plug this on this end, on this end. I'm actually going to tag it in right now. I'll turn the welder on. And people say you're always in a mess. You got things on the floor. Well, we're trying to get it done. You know, if I'm around cleaning this place up, if there's more people here, yeah, you clean things up. But we're trying to get things done. There's no time for that stuff. We want to get something done on the car. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking nothing but getting something done. For me, anyways, that's what I want to do. I want to get her done. And as Jolene's working me, she's getting this done. She's doing more. She's got more done than I have. But that doesn't matter because we're both working on the same thing. We're both working on the same thing. And that's getting them done. What's that, baby? No, I'm just going to hold it. Thanks for the offer, though, because I'm just going to hold it for now and try to get it in place and then go for it because that in there is telling me that it seems to be okay, and there's only one place for it to go, really. There's only one place for it to go. I want that butt welded right on the... I'll just do it to hold it there. How's that? I hold it. present moment, then you got that done. Let me check the hood. Because the hood tells all, does it not? The hood tells all. Also, when we get going on this, when we get the side repaired, when we get that done, see my little round edge I'm getting? Come on out there, girl, she's caught. Hoping to get the hood flush here, like, you know, we're going to flush it off here. Going to do some work up the front here. Get it out. And that's basically what we're going to go for right there. Basically what we're going to go for. We're going to gap it. Once we get these sides welded in, I can see that that can come up a little bit in the back. We want a little bit of a gap there. As we see the hood going on here right now, we got this bent the right way. We haven't got it this way yet. We're still going to do a little work there yet, so I can snip that off and get that line right. After we get that done, get this welded on, then we can tack the hood on in place and weld the hood all together. But that's another video there. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. We're going to put that square tubing in there. We're going to clean it up. We're going to weld it back here on the cowl. We're going to weld the square tubing up underneath here. Thank you, baby. We're going to weld the square tubing up in here, put a little square piece in there. And then we're going to butt weld that along the top there. And what we have accomplished is we'll have a nice body line exactly on the side of the car. We'll also have integrity from front to back when if you ever take it off or pick it up. Also, we'll have some nice finished edge. You come on the inside, you'll see how nice finished edge the edge is. It's really going to look better. If you look at this side, then you look at that side. Look at that side. Then you come look at this side. How much nicer that finished edge is going to be. And it was quicker than doing it with sheet metal. Also, it's stronger. But it's not textbook, it's custom. Have a good one.